What's going on, you guys? So the benchmark video is finally here. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. The Radeon 7, for the most part, degree wise, hasn't went over 72, and the 2700X doesn't go over about 68, 69. I want to say, let's just say 70. When I'm editing in Premiere, it sits around 58 degrees. When I'm editing in Premiere, it sits around 58 degrees. If I'm gaming, the Radeon 7 hits that like 72, but that's like max settings. A couple videos in the background, So for the most part, the computer is pretty cool. It idles at 38 degrees. So surfing the internet and just watching YouTube videos, it hits like 39, 40, 42, somewhere in there. It rotates depending on how many tabs I have open in the browser. For the most part, it's a quiet computer and it's silent. The Radeon 7 is the only thing that makes noise, and that's on like a render, like a video render or a gaming session. But other than that, for the most part, at least in my opinion, it's pretty quiet. And even when the Radeon 7 makes noise, it's not overbearing. It's tolerable, at least in my opinion.
File. Impressive work. Hardly textbook, but I suppose fieldwork never is. Tell me, what did it feel like, taking lives?
Random. Disordered.
Is that why you came here? Why you let us test you?
Maybe I'm not the only one being tested.
Use your silent pistol or the client will notice. Your target is down. Now.
You put on his clothes. That's a first.
Watch each other's back. Reloading. They got me. I'm down.
Hey boys.
Do my guy.
It do well. Fellow Agent 6-1's complaint.
Hey buddy, get. You fucking with the wrong guy. Being a toxic cunt. What is your problem? It's just. How about you get Prime, you fucking broke cunt? What do you mean?
For the most part, it's not that bad. And what's weird to me is DaVinci renders slower on 4K versus 1080p. So DaVinci can do 1080p faster than Premiere, but for some reason in 4K it goes slow. Now, what I was doing was importing my Premiere timeline into DaVinci, so that may have played a part into it. Maybe there was something that I was supposed to double check to check off, but either way it goes, in my opinion, it's still pretty good. A 4K footage, a 10-minute 4K footage rendering in under well, I'll say 15 minutes. It's like 14 minutes and 10 or 15 seconds, somewhere around there. That's not that bad. Coming from my old, like I said, my old computer that I was using, rendering a 10-minute 1080p video in 5 hours. So I'm pretty amazed. Gaming's pretty good. In Apex, I changed the settings just a little bit. That's what I found when looking it up to get you the best gaming experience. Now, if I maxed everything out, it would be maybe like a 5 FPS drop, but maybe 10 depending on what's going on in the game. But for the most part, it's not really that much of a difference. The FPS still hits over 50 on average when doing 4K. And if I didn't put it in here, but 1080p gaming, it'll get me easily. I believe I was doing over 140 FPS, but keep in mind this is a 4K monitor that's at 60 Hertz. And also, I didn't put the 1080p footage in because to me it just seemed pointless, since I only built this to pretty much 4K everything, rendering, watching videos, gaming, everything. I mean, I do drop it down every now and then to 1440p, just to, see the difference. But overall, I'm enjoying the 4K footage. Coming from a console, anything above 30 is great for me. So, I mean, I really can't complain. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. The computer looks beautiful. It performs flawlessly. It does everything I needed to do. My computer's base overclock was 1802. I set it to 1911. I think I have it at 1911 by 1087. And that's not that big of a overclock. I did a slight one because when I was overclocking it the first couple times, the computer reset and made me a little worried. So I just said I would do a simple one. And the crazy thing is, I pretty much had it around the same. I think I was doing it at first at 1907. What I did, I think, was I did, instead of 1907 by like 1070, I did like 1911 by 1087. It's kind of weird, I don't know, but I'm new to it, so hey, I guess it's a learning curve I'm gonna have to figure out. But for the most part, I'm happy with where it is now. I did find it funny that in Firstrike the score, I think, jumped up by like 300 when I did the overclock, versus the other scores, they barely jumped by maybe like 100, maybe 200. But either way it goes, like I said, for me this is pretty good. And as far as looking at other people's results when they were doing, their benchmarks, mine came out pretty good. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Leave a comment either way. I'm looking to do some more videos, but I cannot decide at the current moment what I want to do next. So if you guys got any type of ideas, whether it be gaming or just benchmarks or something else, let me know and I'll try to make a video.